In this video, we present the best 4K consumer camcorders on the market today. Regardless of whether you are looking for the budget option or through the best to the best, we have chosen one for each category, and we will have one for you. We made this list in no particular order. So if you are interested, much equipment for best 4K consumer camcorders will work best review zone. Stay tuned as always. All the links about the product mentioned in this video will be in the description below, so if you want to find the best prices and more information that we might not get a chance to mention in the video, be sure to check it out. Now let's get to the video. Number 1. Akaso Brave 7LE 4K 30 Action Camera.
Akaso Brave 7 LE action camera utilizes IPX7 water-resistant and innovate dual-color screens design. It features 4K 30 frames per second video and records smooth footage with electronic image stabilization. With the upgraded waterproof case, you can deep dive up to 131 feet. Want to record slow-motion video? The Brave 7 LE is for you.
Number 2. Canon EOS R5 Mirrorless Camera.
This is Canon EOS R5 full-frame mirrorless camera. The packaging looks great. There you go. This has a compact design and the weight is only about 1.6 pounds. The length is only about 5.5 inches. Here is the erase button, playback, set button, info, magnify, AF start button, multi-controller, viewfinder, menu button, and rating memo button. This is the flip-out LCD monitor. This screen allows you to shoot from any position. This has dual memory card slots. At the bottom, we have a tripod socket hole and battery compartment. This camera has a 45 megapixel full-frame CMOS sensor. Comes with a strap, battery, charger, and instruction manual. We will use Canon 24-105 zoom lens for demo shots. This LCD panel makes selecting shooting modes easy. You can also use the touch screen. This has extremely fast and precise autofocus with an advanced image processor. The image quality is extremely sharp and 8K and 4K video shooting is also possible. Loaded with features, this is a great compact camera with superb image quality and is highly recommended.
Number 3. Panasonic Lumix G85 4K Digital Camera.
Hi, I'm Dan from DPReview.com, and this is the Panasonic Lumix G85. It's the successor to the Panasonic G7 and shares its DSLR-style design with twin control dials and fully articulating touch display. It also uses the same sensor as the G7, but with no anti-aliasing filter. The G85 receives an updated electronic viewfinder with increased magnification over the G7. It also has a longer eye point, a good thing for glasses wearers like myself. The camera gains in-body 5-axis image stabilization and dual IS2. This should make it very easy to use handheld for stills or video. Speaking of video, it is 4K capable and has a microphone jack, but no headphone jack. The mic input is somewhat inconveniently located though. One major improvement is the addition of weather and dust sealing. The G85 also gets a dedicated memory card door. Panasonic went a long way to ensure shutter shock, an issue that plagued the G7 doesn't affect the G85. The shutter mechanism is now electromagnetic, and the front plate magnesium. The G85 features Panasonic's depth from defocus technology, which has proved reliable at depth and subject tracking. Lastly, the G85 features a new in-camera focus stacking mode. Like post-focus modes found in previous Panasonics, it's fairly easy to use and produces a JPEG. Overall, the G85 offers a compelling package and in many ways is everything we wanted in the G7 and more. For more on this camera and all things digital photography, head to dpreview.com.
Number 4. Sony RX107 Premium Compact Camera.
My name is Jason Vong, and today I'm going to show you how to hook up your Sony camera to your computer to be used as a webcam for live streaming. You will need a few items to get started. A camera with an HDMI output port with a tripod, a USB to HDMI capture card device, and a HDMI cable. So let's go ahead and dive into the specifics to ensure that you have all the right gear. Just about every Sony camera, including the Alpha and the RX series, have a micro HDMI output port. But just to be absolutely sure, I highly recommend looking up the camera model and finding out what size is the HDMI. It will be either full, mini, or micro. And believe it or not, there's a huge difference between a mini HDMI and a micro HDMI. I personally use the Alpha 7R Mark IV and the Alpha 7 Mark III, and both use a micro HDMI connection. Next up, ensure that you're buying a USB to HDMI capture card device and not simply a USB to HDMI adapter. The capture card device is what allows the feed of your camera to be sent to your PC or Mac. There are several good options out there, such as the Elgato Camlink 4K and the Aver Media Live Gamer Portable 2 Plus. Personally, I have the Elgato Camlink, which is incredibly compact and small, which helps when I want to live stream even when I'm out of town. Now, just a quick heads up, if you're using a Mac with only Thunderbolt 3 connectivity, you will need to get a Thunderbolt 3 to USB 3 adapter in order for you to connect your capture card device. Lastly, the HDMI cable. The capture card device will likely take a full-size HDMI, but on the other end of that cable has to match the size that your camera takes. In my case, I will need a full HDMI to micro HDMI cable for my A7R Mark IV and my Camlink. Simply connect them all together, and any software that can recognize a camera connection will list your capture card device as an option to be used. This includes Skype, Slack, Zoom, and even Google Hangouts. You are now even ready to stream on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Now, if you do see your camera menu items being displayed while you're connected to your computer, simply head to the menu, find HDMI settings, info display, and turn it off. This is what's known as a clean HDMI feed. Also, to ensure that you're in focus while you stream, enable face detection autofocus. Your camera should also be in movie mode, and continuous autofocus should be enabled. If face detection is not showing up for whatever reason, simply find file format in the menu and change from 4K to HD. Definitely download Open Broadcast software, commonly known as OBS. And to use this software to stream to Facebook, YouTube, or even Twitch Live, simply copy the stream key from those platforms to OBS and start broadcast. And that's it. Hopefully this has helped you out, and have fun on your live stream.
Number 5. Sony FDR-AX53 B 4K HD Video Camcorder.
This is a Sony 4K video recording camcorder. The packaging looks great. There you go. This looks compact, and this is nicely designed. The length is about 7 inches. You can record in 4K even at 20x optical zoom. This has 26.8mm Zeiss lens. The grip feels great. Here is the built-in microphone. This is multi-interface shoe, power zoom lever, and photo button. Here is the viewfinder. This is a 3-inch LCD touch monitor. You can attach a tripod here. Comes with charging cables, battery, and instruction manual. This has 20x optical zoom and 30x clear image zoom. Let's put the battery and try the camcorder. Loaded with features such as wide-angle lens, XMR sensor, built-in zoom microphone, and a 20x zoom. This is a great camcorder for sports and travel. Highly recommended.
Number 6. Canon Vixia HF-G50 4K 30p camcorder.
Hi there, Drew from Canon here. Are you looking to up your game during live streaming or web conferencing? We've got some tips for you coming right up. What we thought we would do today is give you a few tips on how to take your web conferencing, your vlogging, maybe live streaming or even gaming situation, take your imaging up another level. To do this, you'll need a few things: a camera, a video capture device, and a video or web conferencing software. But why would we want to do this? Well, right now you can see I'm using the built-in camera on my laptop. And it's not the most pleasing view you can see. You also see everything that's going on in the background. As you can see here, this camera is set to not have a clean HDMI output. You can see all the text, exposure information, and autofocus brackets around my face, which is great when I'm taking pictures and filming video, but not so good when I'm live streaming. Next, we're gonna need a video capture card. This camera's outputting through the HDMI, but we have to put that signal into our computer somehow. A video capture card that's easily found online can convert that signal from HDMI to USB. Now let's see how the camera looks with the HDMI out to the video capture card. You can see right now that there is no autofocus information or exposure information on the screen. That's because it's a clean HDMI signal going to the video capture card. You'll also notice a few other things about the image. One, it's a nice, soft, clean background. You'll notice that the background is blurred out, We're using the EOS RP, a full-frame imaging sensor here, with a 35mm f1.8 lens. Now, because we're shooting it with this camera, we can shoot a manual setting, and we can choose that f1.8, and it blurs out the background. You'll also notice that the camera will track my focus as I move. This is because we have eye and face detection running on the camera as well, something a built-in camera can't do. Now let's see how this camera looks when we go to our web conferencing software. You'll notice here that the camera is set up by default for the onboard camera, the FaceTime HD camera. By clicking the drop-down and choosing the CanLink 4K, that's the video capture device. Click on that, and now we have our camera that we have, our Canon camera, all set for a webcast and live streaming.
Number 7. Panasonic Lumix GH5 4K digital camera.
Panasonic Lumix GH5. This is a super nice camera, 4K micro four third camera that can actually make really good awesome videos. Either you into video production or you into live streaming, creating content for social media. It's made by Panasonic. It's micro four third, so it has a micro four third mount. If you creating as a solo content creator, you can see yourself using this flip out screen. This is the back. It can be used also to take pictures or stills. This is the HDMI port. Okay, so it has a full-size HDMI, which is super useful if you live streaming. It can actually send a 4K signal for live streaming, even though most of us probably use it. I use it in full HD or 1080p for live streaming, and it's a nice camera. So right now I'm using it with a 25mm lens to record this video, and as you can see, this is what the image from the camera looks like. It has a mic jack, so you can plug in a microphone and a headphones jack. This is what it looks like right here. So you got the mic jack and the headphone jack right here. Also has multiple features built in for cinema if you want into creating cinematic footage. So it has what's called vlog, which is super good. If you are into color grading, it's gonna give you super nice and good dynamic range for color grading, and it's gonna give you good looking pictures and video. This is an amazing camera, and I really love it. I've had it for so many years. It's been working super solid, and I'll say this is one of the best cameras out there. Kudos to Panasonic Lumix for making this amazing camera.
Number 8. Nikon D780 body-only digital SLR cameras.
We are currently in Chicago shooting some basketball, waiting for the L to fly over.
Chicago's got so much character. There's so many different parts of the city that are so different from each other. So when I heard about this project, it was an obvious choice. Shooting with the D780 has been really fun this week. The camera is kind of a hybrid between a DSLR and a mirrorless. Shooting a DSLR, I'm so used to shooting through the optical viewfinder. I want to be able to see things as they happen in real time, because sometimes you only get one frame to take the shot.
Oh, you're nailing the timing.
Then to also use the flip out screen and to use the autofocus features that mirrorless cameras provide and be able to get action at the peak moment, really important when shooting fast-paced things like this.
Dude, that's the one.
When you're shooting with an athlete, the relationship is the most important part. It's not only my photo, it's their photo as well. It truly is a collaboration. Eye detection is probably one of my favorite features of this camera. You can track someone's eye and reframe as the shot's going without moving your focus points. The silent photography is sweet because you can just kind of get real candid moments when you're able to like really shoot from the waist and just interact with your subject and then snipe shots when they don't know that you're actually taking them. So getting authentic moments is super easy now. Autofocus on the video is sweet because if you're operating the gimbal, you don't have a free hand, and if you're shooting with a DSLR, you usually don't have a focus puller, so you're able to get shots that you would normally get if you were able to pull your own focus. The HDR features of this camera is something I wasn't expecting. Usually when shooting video on DSLR in high contrast situations, you would be clipping highlights almost instantly. And to be able to hold those highlights really makes for high quality footage in a small package. I would feel really comfortable taking just this camera out to being able to trim down my kit with one body. I mean, I don't see shooting photos and video as two different disciplines. In my head, it's the same thing. It's just two different ways of storytelling, and that's why I love doing this.
Number 9. Canon EOS R5 mirrorless camera.
Okay, today we're going to be talking about the Canon EOS RP full-frame mirrorless interchangeable lens camera. Holy cow, this camera is really, really awesome. This is actually the camera that they gave to my daughter at school. She's in high school to be able to learn photography on, and I can't believe how nice of a camera they gave them. This thing is just really, really solidly built, takes great photos. We've been really, really impressed by it. So really awesome camera, has all the bells and whistles, just a great little product. So go check it out.
Number 10. Sony FDR-AX53 B4K HD camcorder.
Hey guys, Austin here. I want to give you a full overview of the Sony FDR-AX53. This is a 4K HD video recording camcorder. We're going to actually use it to stream our live, so we've got to take that 4K that it's streaming and put it in front of our audience. What you get with this is you get 3 different connectivities: Wi-Fi, USB, or HDMI. You have a 26.8mm lens, 20x optical zoom. You have a 3-inch LCD display, which actually will turn all the way around. It's really awesome, guys. Lots of your normal standard buttons. Does come with a battery pack that just clips into the back right here. I'll show you now. It's I actually didn't have it the exact way. It turns 45 more degrees, but there's the lens right there. Super great camera, guys. You get the AC adapter, power cord, operating guide, micro cable, and then a USB cable as well. This camcorder does have 60 FPS and it does have image stabilization. Definitely a great buy. Go check it out.
Thanks for watching. You can find links, prices, and descriptions of those products in the description box. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to us to get noticed the latest top-rated product on the market.